Good afternoon, Madam Chair, members of the committee. My name is Russell Brown. I represent the Washington Association of Prosecutors and Attorneys. I signed in as other. I have just a couple of comments. I think most of the things I wanted to say have been said. I think the majority of my association would agree that principles in this bill we would support. The idea that we can rehabilitate and bring people back into our communities is a positive step, and we think that's a good thing. There are a couple things about this that, as I read through it, I think probably are still in the details to be worked out, namely what type of individuals wouldn't possibly get a 15-year review. There are certain people. I just had a case just about a month ago before I left my practice up in Mount Vernon. An individual had about 9 or 10 felonies, multiple violent felonies, and was convicted of homicide. A judge imposed a sentence of around 30 years, and the family of that victim was irate that that was the only amount of time that the judge would provide for an individual who had a very violent history and committed a senseless act. One of the things that this, as written, would provide is that that individual in 15 years would get an opportunity to come back. That family would then be brought forward, and I guess I would assume that that individual who would be brought back after 15 years may not be released. And then you would set up a situation for that victim family to come back again in 5 more years. So it creates for some small class of individuals who have a violent or dangerous history. This may well include sex offenders. It may well include these violent types. There didn't appear to be any provision to exclude those, or just provide a different time frame. That 15 for everything other than these types of more violent crimes or more dangerous crimes where there's repeat offenses, things like that. I think we could all agree that individuals who are in their teens or early 20s when they commit a crime, it's very different than those who are in their 30s or 40s with a long criminal history who commit heinous crimes later on in life. So that would be one. Number two, we like the increased number on the board. We like the increased diversity on the board. One of the things that wasn't on there that I think would add some value is an advocacy group. That perspective, I think, could add some real value to what is already a committee that would provide a different perspective than is currently there. We also like the fact that this provides more transparency than is currently available with the ISRB. And so we think that's a positive thing as well. And we would like to continue to be involved in the conversation. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Very thoughtful, and all those